house areas.
Hello, welcome back to Home on the Hillside. My name is Odette and we are now entering the 4th week of the kitchen renovation. So it's not just the kitchen. We have demolished the wall as you have seen in the previous videos. So today, as you can see, I'm doing some more wallpaper strip. One good trick for you, get a big screw, okay, big screw, and you can either use drill or just use your hand. You don't need to go in too much, and just a little bit, and now wiggle it. So, how and why do we do things the way we do? Sometimes it's just because Mr. Big can do it all, and it depends what he feels like doing on the day, to be honest. And I just work around him because he's the master. So some days he's in a mood to do electrics, other days he's in a mood to do plastering. He's our house and he knows how to do everything. Some people like to plaster everything, paint everything, lay the new floor, and only then fit the kitchen. We don't like to do that because floors cost a lot of money. And if you're going to lay a new floor and you're dragging furniture and units around and heavy units, big appliances like that monster there, you're bound to damage your brand new floor. So we tend to do that last. The painting, oh well, I will paint what I need to paint. Anything that is not visible doesn't get painted. Is our house, I don't care. Like in the back here, I don't see the point to spend a couple of liters of paint painting that corner there because a corner large is going to be fitted in there. Why should I be spending time and money on painting something that is not going to be seen? If we are working for a client and that's what the client wants, that's what the client gets. Is our house, we do it the way we want. Because we are waiting for the kitchen, we have to create space for the units because it's very wet outside and we have our outdoor kitchen. I will show you. It's full with the old kitchen that we are donating to a friend of ours, but he hasn't been able to come and pick up. So all of the outdoor kitchen is full with the old units. So we need to create space inside, and due to COVID restrictions, there is a few rules that we have to obey by so that the staff can deliver the kitchen. That's Mia there. She's a bit out of sorts because her bed is being put everywhere around the building work. This wall used to finish about there. Okay, Mr. B have to build a bit more of the wall that will accommodate the walk-in larder in here. So the bit of wall we had, it wasn't enough. So we have to extend the wall. Mr. B has plastered now, so he's ready for me. We went for black electrical fittings, and that's what Mr. B is doing this morning. We have been busy plastering. We spent the weekend doing, well, Mr. B mainly, doing bonding and plastering because there is obviously a lot of repair to be done in the ceiling. It's easier from here on end, apparently. So, as you can see behind me there, the matte black electric fittings are in. You don't need to do them before decoration. It's just, I'm so used to decoration. Mr. B just cracked on with it because I will be careful to paint around it. So, plumbing done, electrics done, central heating sorted. The next step now, bonding, plastering, all that is done. So all we have now is a mismatch of walls, colors. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to sand all the ceilings and the walls and give it what we call in the trade a blind coat of white emulsion. I use this tool. You can buy them quite cheap. If you have a big project like this, it's well worth the money. You put normal sandpaper on here and it's long reach, and I find that is much easier, much faster to sand ceilings and walls with this tool. The paint, we tend to use the trade white emulsion. It's very good, gives a good coverage and does the job, and you can buy them at a very good price in most places anyway. So let's get painting. Tip for you: if you're going to do a lot of renovations or a full house renovation like us, to make it easier for you and to be time effective, you really have to go semi-pro, really. Trust me, it will make a big difference in the long run. One of these and one of these. Let me show you. This is an extendable pole. You can get them in most DIY stores anyway. We have had this one for like 15, 16 years. They're really good. And this is quite, as you can see, quite a wide roller. You want a big roller to get you going, you know, and do the work fast. And if you're doing molds, you keep it about like this, and you can extend fully. And I can easily reach the ceiling without having to use any ladders or steppers to reach the ceiling. It will save you a lot of time and effort in the long run. Another thing, Again, you can get them in most DIY stores, okay? These little buckets, not the big ones, they are 2-size buckets. I prefer this smaller one, but is just the right size to dip, squeeze on the sides, and roll. As you will see in the video, you will cover a lot of ceiling and walls very fast with the right tools. Masked my new switches, and also I done the cut-in all the way around. Okay, so once I start to blind coat the walls, it does become very fast job, really. It's the cutting in that takes the longest. So you can see there it's still drying out because I just done it. So I done all the cutting around the room, and now I just need to use the roller. So I know a lot of you claim that you can't paint, you can't decorate. I find it the easiest job in the world. I actually find it quite relaxing, therapeutic, if I'm not under pressure time-wise. But I understand that a lot of you may feel that you can't paint. So I'm going to show you, I'm no professional decorator, I'm just going to show you how I do it. I've been painting all my houses for years, and I learned all by myself, no one taught me. So I usually get a little pot, or you can have a little bucket if you want to carry a bigger amount. I don't, because I may tip it over. Just a little box and a brush. I'm painting the coving because obviously the coving in the ceiling is going to be white, but this, as you can see, is light gray. But because I'm going to paint over again this gray, because you only have one coat, just dip the brush, okay? Make sure you go right under in the coving. And just basically, there is no right or wrong, just slap it back and forwards, and literally slap it back and forwards, okay? It's the easiest thing in the world. You can't go wrong, and in the end of the day, it's just paint. If you're not happy, you can always change. Because I'm painting the ceiling as well, what I tend to do is, if you let the roller come too close, you're going to create mess or even damage the coving. So I tend to paint a bit in when I'm painting the coving, and then that allows me for the roller to run freely when I'm doing the ceiling, okay? This is the easiest thing in the world, ever go, and it can save you a fortune. So nice and bright today. I already gave a second coat of paint in the ceiling of the kitchen. We are waiting the kitchen to be delivered any time now. I have another trick for you. I have been painting the ceilings white, obviously, and I'm also painting the dining room area, because obviously this is now all a big area. So I still need to give a second coat to the other ceiling. So once again, to save the planet, save water and time, the setup I have is the same. The telescope handle and the handle. All I have changed is the sleeve. So I just put it inside the bag so it won't dry out. And now I just tie the bag, okay? And this will keep here for a couple of weeks, and it won't dry out. All I had to do was to put a clean sleeve, and now I'm going to start to paint this wall. So another job that you need to do when doing renovations, special removing walls like we did. We had to remove obviously the skirting board that was on the walls that we removed. We have saved that skirting board for two reasons. One, no need to throw it away. Second, you save money. You can reuse them if you know how. Special or skirting boards, we are very lucky. We have this beautiful white skirting board, and they are not actually easy to find because we have struggled in the past when we started the renovation. So what Mr. B is doing today is reusing the skirting board that we removed from the walls, because now it needs to repair, and I'll show you. So this was an existing wall. You can see the mark there where the skirting board finished. And that bit of wall, Mr. B have built that bit of wall. So, yes, my boo-boo. Yes, my boo-boo. So, Mr. B now needs to fit a length that goes all the way to the end of this wall and around here. And about here, I think, because then we have the unit, but it needs to butt into the unit. So the unit is not there yet, so Mr. B is just cracking on with as much as he can do at the moment. Left this bit that was originally here, so Mr. B just needs to fix it to the wall. And as you can see, the shape is in there, where the other bit butts up. That's the word Mr. B uses. You see there? Now, it may look like, excuse me, it may look like magic, but it's not magic. Mr. B already have cut this to the right shape. I don't know if you can see. So this is not easy to do. You can have a good go, but it's not easy to do. Mr. B is very good at carpentry, so he's very good at doing this.
That'll be screwed to there.
So that one will be screwed onto the wall, and then this one comes in, so you can see there, and everything is in place. And voila, it looks very easy, but it's not. And it will go all the way there. So basically, Mr. B is reinstating the skirting board. So another week done, and I would like to think most of the work is now done. So we are just waiting for the kitchen to be delivered, and then we're going to start to assemble the kitchen. We also have a new window to be fitted that we are expecting this coming week as well. So I'm trying to give you a lot of advice because that's the feedback I'm getting from you guys. So I hope you have learned something. Let me know if you want me to do anything else or explain anything else. I tend to just get on with it, and I forget about showing you how to. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.